Judgment here. We are in a hell level game with Chuck the Barbarian, and he has just completed hell level. He's been doing a bit of levelling since in Terror Zones, but I thought I'd go back and show you approximately the gear he had when he defeated Baal. Defeating Baal wasn't easy, and the Baal quest battle in Players 1 took of the order of 35 minutes. If you would like to have a look at that quest battle, if you'd like to go and look at Twitch stream 526, which took place on the 18th of May 2024. His gear has changed a bit since the defeat of Baal, but I'll go back and show you what he had at the time, and then show you some of the other alternatives he now has. These two weapons, the Glyph Scourge Harpoon and the Cruel Hellbat, were the ones that were used mostly in the battle against Baal. He still has a Tarnhelm skull cap, that Mana Steel amulet, still 3 parts of the Saigon set, Hustle in light plate, and those 2 rings. This was previously a 5 to max damage charm, but I replaced it with a 4 and a 1. That almost gets him to another hit recovery breakpoint at 20. That 12 at 32. What I'm looking to do is drop that one out and replace it with something a bit more damage orientated. The charms, pretty much the same as before. And we now have a few magic fine charms. On Switch, the same Staff of Teleportation. He has gained at least 1 level since then, so his stats look like this, and advanced stats look like this. The Mercenary still has the Steel Skull as a helm, Treachery and Mage Plate for armour. However, shortly before the Baal battle, we changed from the Insight in the Partisan to Honour in a 5-socket Mancatcher. It has a touch more damage than the Partisan, but it has additional lifesteal and is in a noticeably quicker attack base. Skills, still the same. We have maximised battle orders, throwing mastery, double swing and double throw. Note there are 5 skill choices remaining. I'm still pondering what to do with those. In the stash, some other things that were useful in the battle against Baal. We used the Saigon Helm for much of it to improve the attack rating, and I have to say that really pulled its weight in that particular battle, but I don't see what additional use I'm going to have for that, because his own chance to hit will improve as he levels. That helm there I don't think we had on against Baal. I have dropped the Natalia boots, and I've kept the Natalia home, which we also used I think in some of the battle against Baal to improve the attack rating, but it was really those 2. Since then he has found 2 runes running Lower Karast, a Pole rune, another Lem, but what I really want is another Ko rune. There is Hell, Ko, Thul, Eth, Foul, if we put a Ko rune in there for obedience. I'm on the lookout for Ral, Tur, Tal, Soul for a better version of Insight, and here are a number of combinations of Ort, Jewel, Perfect Ruby to craft a Blood Axe, and there is Ral, Ammon, Perfect Amethyst to socket a mercenary weapon. Amulets same as before, again excellent amulets. There's a few rings, and we'll have a poison resistance 10 charm, but I've already got 2 11s over here, so we could actually drop that charm for more poison resistance, but a little bit of lightning damage doesn't do any harm. There's Shale Eld. I would again like a Cove to do the rune word Hustle. I have started a temporary character for Chuck, where I thought I'd put some of the things that either used or not used during the course of his progress through the 3 levels. Some things he had while he was progressing through was that set of javelins, 10 attack speed, 86 enhanced damage ethereal, arguably the biggest weapon he'd found so far, but the number of javelins did go down slowly as he used them. That was also used in the battle against Baal. Fire Resist 25 charm, a hit recovery charm I've since dropped. Smoke in Mage Plate I never used. Demon Horn's Edge dropped off a armour rack in Lower Karast. It's a decent enough version of Demon Horn's Edge, and by virtue of saving stat points, Chuck could equip that if needs be, but again I don't really know what value it would be. That winged axe will probably go into the imbue request because there's a chance of getting barbarian skills on axes, and I'll show you an example of that in a moment. There's a full 15 enhanced damage superior ethereal Colossus Vulg. Whether that's worth the socket quest I don't know. I would use that for insight. An ethereal ogre axe, unused as yet because Chuck also found an ethereal unsocketed ogre axe, used the Heraldric cube formula and got 3 sockets, and that's clearly another candidate for hustle. The mercenary can now equip that. Some of the things I also found, I shopped these Warcry javelins. There is a Wonder Combat Skills harpoon. There's a 30 attack speed harpoon. These can be upgraded to winged harpoons, but it's a big change from what he currently has. He'd need to actually probably do a respec, put more points into dexterity and use considerably less strength. Here are the 3 weapons that Chuck and his mercenary are using when he has started Hell level. He found a 4-socket Great Poleaxe, into which I have made the rune word Insight. Like the previous version of Partisan, it hasn't rolled particularly well, but since the runes are easy to collect and he's got 2 or 3 Hell runes, we may remake that. I was able to shop both a winged axe of amplified damage and this harpoon of amplified damage. I will show you the big advantage I think he has gained since he's moved into this post-Hell level game. A person came on stream and pointed out to me that blood axes can be made, so I made about 3 or 4 of them. This one is about the 3rd or 4th try. 2 to combat skills, 264 enhanced damage, small boost to attack rating and life. That is almost as good as an ethereal lacerator. That seems to be the weapon of choice for throw barbarians. I do have 2 ethereal lacerators. Lacerators top out at 210 enhanced damage. There's one at 169 and another one at 175. 30 attack speed, that's clearly a better weapon than the crafted one, and I would envisage using at least 1 ethereal lacerator on Chuck once he goes past the solo self-found stage. There is a 5-socket cryptic axe he has just found. That can also go towards either honour or obedience, but I think if I can find another co-rune, perhaps an ethereal version of hustle might be better there. Obedience would give a guaranteed 370 enhanced damage. Hustle only gives 180 to 200, but it does include level 1 fanaticism, and that is an ethereal base with its extra damage. There is a sacred armour that dropped in the Rocky Waste. That is item level 94. So given that Chuck is currently level 89, and Terror Zones are +2 for 91, and another 3 for a unique monster, that's dropped from a unique monster, and in theory I suppose that could have rolled Tyrael's Might. We're back in Loot Ghislaine. One other possible change that could be made is to the mercenary. I've picked out Alhazir here because he is a Might or a mercenary. I'm assuming that Chuck's chance to hit will go up as his level improves, but if you look at the moment, his attack rating figures are okay for Fallens, but those do drop quite a bit depending on which monster you tackle. So for the moment I'm sticking with Pratham and his Blessed Aim Aura. I will repeat yet again that I've immensely enjoyed playing this character through the game. Chuck the Barbarian managed all 3 levels without any deaths, and I have to say it's something like playing Boazon. You fight at range, but the advantage of the Barbarian is of course a lot more life. I'm not certain he has the damage that say Merit of the Boazon had at the same level. I will probably try and play Chuck to get another couple of levels solo self-found and see what he comes up with by then. But I've had such fun playing this character, I am inclined to prolong the solo self-found stage of his play well into the future. Let's see what Chuck finds, and when we have some significant gear changes, I'll get back to you then.